So I'm glad you brought this up, Johnson, because there's kind of like a timeline, right? And so sometimes we do this strategy called laddering term or laddering insurance. Yep. So think of it from a standpoint of right now, if you sit down with me, I'm in my 40s, so I want to be able to have a legacy no matter when I die, right? So let's say I live to age 100, which is kind of a nice one. I can make it out to the century, but ultimately I want to have a nice active life. But that's a topic for a different day. So if, let's say, for example, I want to leave $1 million to my children, right? So that means I want to leave $1 million at the end of my life to the family, right? So in a sense, I could get an IUL that will last my entire lifetime to leave this legacy. But when it comes to situations right now, right, where let's say you're married and you have a child, you might have a need to replace, let's say, $10,000 worth of income for the next 25 years, from age 30 to age 55, right? So you're like, okay, I want to be able to make sure that I can replace my income at $10,000 a month in the event that I'm not here, right? And so I'd say for most people, it would, you have a newborn David, you might think that she's going to be on her own at 18. It's going to be more like 26, okay? Because she legally can still be on your health insurance until 26. Plus, there's somewhat of this revolving door of, kids leave and then they come back, okay? So there's this need of 10,000. But there's a fall off, right? So if you have this need to replace your income during these children's years, at some point, hopefully as well, they're going to no longer be on your payroll, okay? And so each time that you have another kid, you keep tacking it on. Johnson, as you know, I have some young ones, right? I have 5. I have a gaggle of children. So my need for insurance has gone out further and further, guys. My wife is 11 years younger than me. My need for insurance has gone out further and further, okay? So needs and wants of insurance in a replacement perspective becomes this piece. But to Johnson's point, at some point this does fall off, but you still have a legacy desire, right? And so I have this 1 million, right? Replacing a 10,000 a month, let's just say that's 120. We're gonna multiply that by 25 years. I should have done 25 and 120, but that, why don't I pick more easy numbers? So let's say that's 250, that's 300,000, right? Is that 300,000? No, it's not. What's that number? What's 120,000 times 25, guys? No inflation.
3 million.
3 million, okay? So I got 3 million. I got this 1 million. So what I could do here is I can ladder my insurance. I can get $1 million of IUL permanent, and I can get 3 million of term for 30 years. Okay? And so when I'm age, let's say I start at 30, at age 60, I know that this 3 million is going to fall off. That's okay because I have this permanent policy that can still bring the $1 million and replenish the household income for my surviving spouse, right? And so this is a way that you can be able to help people have a strategy, further coverage that's going to be able to last their lifetime as life changes. But it's crucial to have that audit because if you look at anybody's life and you rewind it 5 years ago, it's dramatically different, right? So for example, 5 years ago, Johnson was just starting here. 5 years ago, David was without a child and without a kid, right? 5 years ago, I only had 3 children, right? So then there's a need as things change. And you can take any human's life for 5 years and rewind it, and it's going to be dramatically different. Well, maybe not dramatically, but it will be different, and it will affect what they're looking at. So remember, there's no financial decision that we make in 2022 that will be such a great decision that can last an entire lifetime. Even the idea of saving, you might be saving 10% today, but in 5 years you're saving 20%. You're investing in some cryptocurrency today, it might be something tomorrow in 5 years, right? NFTs or blockchain or something, Meta 3 or whatever we're doing, Web 3.0. So this is the strategy of kind of that timeline, right? And you can kind of scale this for each person to help identify for them what is this need and where's your desire. If you have a legacy desire from a generational wealth planning, life insurance is the greatest asset because with pennies, this is Ben Feldman, you're going to buy dollars. Okay? That's how life insurance works. There is, even if it's twice the value, right? You're still putting in pennies and you're getting out dollars. That's exactly what we help people do. We help them leverage to get what they want in the future. All right, so that is life insurance. So one thing to understand, so this is, let me stop this and restart.